Yo, what's up guys? I just realized, checking YouTube, I realized I haven't made a video in like almost a month. So, we're back at it again, Daughters of Khaine, and we're doing Morathi, the High Oracle of Khaine. Take a look at her first form. I'll be making a second video. It takes a look at her more popular monstrous form. So let's hop in, take a look at the model, learn a little bit about the stats, some of the spells she can cast, and how she can be a great resource to your Daughters of Khaine army. Joshua 6 Up Tabletop, let's check it out.
Yo, what's up guys? Josh here, taking a look. Morathi, the High Oracle of Khaine. Morathi. Now, this is the human version of her. Just give you guys a brief overview, kind of how I did the base. I was supposed to do a snow army. Not the best on the face. I think everything turned out pretty good. She does have the snake braids and whatnot. So all that stuff worked out pretty good. Awesome model. Quickly go over the stats. She has 6-inch move, 6 wounds, 9 bravery, and a 4-up save. It's actually really good for a character. Alright, so she does have the monstrous transformation ability. It could be a little difficult to understand, but essentially it goes such as this. In the hero phase, in your hero phase, you have the option to transform her into her beast mode, essentially her monster mode, Morathi, the Shadow Queen. You can always choose that at the start of your hero phase to transform her, and then there's rules for transforming that. If she is wounded or suffer any wounds, you still have the option to choose to transform her. If she has suffered wounds, you have to roll, essentially, to see if she will automatically transform. And that basically goes such as this. Roll a dice at the start of your hero phase. If the result is equal or less than the number of wounds currently allocated to Morathi, then she transforms. So basically the game will either allow you to transform by yourself, or it will force you if she suffers wounds, which is pretty cool thematically. She gets pissed, basically, and transforms. She has ability, the Iron Heart of Khaine. So this is for her and for her monster form. She cannot be healed, which is incredibly important. There's not a lot of healing spells in the Daughters of Khaine, but it is something definitely worth noting. She cannot be healed. But no more than 3 wounds can be allocated to her in any one turn. So this is a turn and not play around. So on round 1, she could suffer 3 wounds on the first player's turn and 3 wounds on the second player's turn and still die in round 1. Just a heads up there. And then it says, in addition, any additional wounds and or mortal wounds allocated to her in the same turn are negated and have no effect. The only thing I know about this that is different, it was FAQ, the endless spells at the start of the heroic phase actually can add wounds, and she can also suffer wounds during that turn as well. That's what was FAQ'd. Supreme Sorceress, Sorceress Supreme. Add 1 to casting unbinding rolls made from Morathi, High Oracle of Khaine. In addition, double the range of spells she attempts to cast. So this is the reason why you keep her in her spellcasting platform. She is amazing. Things that have 18 inches now have 36-inch range on your spells. I'm sure you can imagine all the different type of nonsense you can do, essentially covering the whole board with your casting range. She has Enchanting Beauty. Subtract from hit rolls and attacks that target Morathi, High Oracle of Khaine. Really good as well. Having a minus to hit against you is fantastic, as this helps keep you alive. Since she is also not a monster in her hero phase, if you keep her next to your infantry or unit of 3 models, she also gets a stand behind me, sir. So then she will also receive the bonus of that as well. So at most times you'll have a -2 to hit, which is awesome. Keeps her protected, keeps her from suffering those wounds. She's a wizard, keyword wizard, and can attempt 3 spells in your hero phase and attempt to unbind 2. she knows Arcane Bolt, Mystic Shield, and a spell's Black Horror, which is an awesome spell, and I'll go over that in a second. Knowing 3 spells is really cool. So she can learn, she already knows the Black Horror spell. She can learn 1 more spell as well. But you also, if you run a Daughters of Khaine, by having 3 spells, it almost is a bait. You can cast 2 spells that are going to be very effective. Whether you cast, the Black Horror, and then maybe you cast Mind Razor, or any other spell that you can cast within the Daughters of Khaine magic lore of magic for them. But the 3rd spell, casting Arcane Bolt is great at 36 inches. Mystic Shield's good as well. Those are more utility spells, not a ton of damage. That you don't really get a ton of more value for basically sitting with her like a turret casting spells. So it can be a trap, as these double the range, and casting 3 spells can be really enticing. But in my opinion, her true damage potential does lie in her transformed state. Well, let's go over Black Horror really quickly. Arzapel's Black Horror. Casting value of 7, but you get the +1, so it goes off on a 6. If it's cast, pick an enemy unit within 18 inches of the caster that's visible to them and roll a dice. So be within 36 inches because it's doubled. On a 1, it suffers a mortal wound. On a 2 or 3, D3, and a 4, it's D6. Okay, incredible, awesome. This is fantastic. Really great. This is actually a really good spell that she has. So it is worth considering. Once she transforms, she also does have access to this spell. Then her command ability, if you choose to make her your general, which is Worship Through Bloodshed. If Morathi is your general, you can pick 2 friendly Daughters of Khaine units within 14 inches. You cannot choose Morathi. Those units can immediately shoot with a shooting phase. Alternatively, if either unit is within 3 inches of an enemy, it can instead be chosen in to pile in and attack if it were the combat phase. This is really good. It's awesome. It's unfortunate that she can't get this profile, but it's very good for your Witch Elves or Sisters of Slaughter or anything like that to get those awesome bonuses. This is essentially an alternative to running Orgy of Slaughter, and that's commonly run with the Slaughter Queen. That's Morathi. Sorry, a little tangent there. Let's just go over quickly her stats. She has Heartrender, the Spear. She has a similar version in her transform stage. Heartrender, which is a 2-inch range, has 3 attacks, 3s to hit, 3s to wound, Ren -1, D3 damage. That's a great profile. It's really great. Maximum, it's pretty easy that you can get 6 damage through on something like this, especially with the low save. And then you have your Bladed Wings, which are 6 attacks, 3s to hit, 3s to wound, Ren -1, 1 damage. So in total, she also has a pretty decent melee profile for her human-esque. Well, okay, it wouldn't really be human, but it would be her elf, dark elf form. So that's Morathi, the High Oracle of Khaine. She's best kept in the back of your troops to protect her. Give her that -2 to hit, essentially. And if you do keep her by your cauldron, that's what it is, cauldron. The cauldron, then you get your blood shield save bonus, so that'd be a 3-up save. And if you're running Hagnar, you get your basically Feel No Pains 5 and 6. So she has a 3+ save, and then ignores any wounds on 5 or 6, and can only suffer 3 wounds a turn. So it is pretty tempting to keep her out there, but it just depends game for game, kind of the strats that you want to employ. Alright, this is Josh, and it's a pretty long video. We'll take a look at some of the spells in her monster form. That'd be pretty interesting to see how that goes. Alright, Joshua 6 Up Tabletop, thanks for watching, and have a great day.